Hello students, welcome in the next lecture of subject highway engineering. In previous lecture, we had discussed the term of highways or the design parameter of highway, that is a camber. The camber is the convexity provided to the surface of carriageway, or it is called as a cross slope. The camber is the convexity which can be provided to the surface of road. Then we had discussed the purpose of providing camber. Why the camber is provided to the road? To drain out the water of road surface and to regulate the vehicles into the proper lanes and to improve the architectural appearance of the roads. The camber is provided to roads. Then we had discussed the types of cambers. There are four types of cambers. In that, first is a composite camber. Composite means it consists of two straight slopes. Hence, it is called as a composite camber. From edges with the circular or parabolic crown in the center of carriageway. This is the composite camber, which can be consist of two straight slopes from two sides at 2/3 distance, and at the center it is a parabolic, that is the crown of this camber is parabolic. Then second type of camber is sloped or straight camber. When two straight slopes from the edges joined at center of carriageway, then this camber is called as a slope or straight camber. This is the slope or straight camber. In that, two slopes are joined at crown. Then third is a two straight line cambers. When camber consists of two straight lines, steeper near the edges and flatter near the crown of carriageway, then it is called as a two straight line camber. That is, this camber have two straight lines. In that, first is near to road edge, and this is the steeper near the road edge, and second is a steeper near the crown at distance 0.5 b and 0.5 b. Then fourth is barrel camber. Camber which consists of a continuous curve, either elliptical or parabolic, then it is called as a barrel camber. The camber which can be have the elliptical shape or parabolic shape, then this camber is called as a barrel camber. Then next point is design speed. We had discussed this point in previous lecture. What is meant by design speed? The maximum safe speed of vehicles assumed for geometrical design of highways is called as a design speed. It is the safest speed for vehicles on the roads. Then next is the design speed depends upon the following factors, or following factors is affects the design speed. First is class and condition of the road surface, then nature, intensity and type of traffic, then type of curve along the road, site, distance required, nature of terrain, structure of the road. Then it is the IRC specification for the road design speed on the road. Then the next point is problems of design speed. Now in this lecture we can see one problem of design speed. Now see what is the problem. Calculate safe driving speed on the curve of radius 300 meter. We have to calculate the safe driving speed on the curve road, and the curve have radius of 300 meter and the super elevation of road is 0.07 is the curve standard on plain terrain. That is, this road is on plain terrain area and having the radius of curve is 300 meter. Then super elevation of road is 0.07 and friction factor of road and tires of vehicle is 0.15. Now see the solution of this problem. In this problem we have given r is equal to 300 meter. That is the r means radius of curve is 300 meter. Then super elevation is 0.07 and friction factor is 0.15. Now the formula for calculating the safe speed of vehicle is E plus F is equal to V square divided by 127 R. That is, super elevation plus friction factor is equal to speed or square of speed divided by 127 into the radius of curve. Now we have to put the values. The E is 0.07 plus F is equal to 0.15 is equal to, we have to find out the value of phi. Then phi square divided by 127 into r. The value of r is 300. Now this 127 into r is go at this side and it is a multiplied to the 0.50 or the calculation of 0.07 plus 0.50. That is the 0.07 plus 0.50 is equal to 0.22 into 127 into this 300. It is equal to v square. Then this value is 8382 is equal to v square. Then the value of v is 91.55 kilometer per hours. That is the design speed or safe design speed for the vehicles on this road is 91.55 kilometer per hours. Hope you all get this problem. This problem is going to ask in exam for 4 marks. Now, after design speed, the next geometric design parameter of highway is gradient, or the next term of highway is gradient. Now, see what is a gradient. The definition of gradient is the rate of rise or falls along the length of the road with respect to the horizontal is known as a gradient. The rate of rise or falls along to the lengths of road with respect to the horizontal is known as a gradient. That is, the rise or falls along to the surface of roads is called as a gradient, or the up and downs on the roads is called as a gradients. Now the formula for gradient is vertical distance divided by horizontal distance. This vertical distance divided by this horizontal distance of road is the formula for the gradient. That is H divided by D into 100% in the percentage. This is formula in the percentage. Now see, this is the formation level of road. See the cursor. This is the formation level of the road, and in this direction it is a up gradient of the road. This gradient is calculated by the horizontal distance divided by this vertical distance divided by this horizontal distance. It is a ground level. These ups and downs or filling and cutting of roads is the road gradients. Now see the object or purpose of providing gradient. Why the gradient is provided to the road? First object or purpose is to connect the stations located at different levels. That is to connect various stations which can be located at different level. Now see what is meaning of that. To connect the stations means to form the plane surface of road, the gradient is required. Then second, to make the earthwork of the road project economical by balancing, cutting and filling. While we can provide the gradient to the road, we can easily find out the where is the cutting required for road and where is the filling required for the road. To make earthwork of the road project economical, it is important to provide the gradient to the roads. Then third purpose is to provide effective drainage of rainwater, especially when the pavement provided with curbs. When the curbs is provided to the roads to provide the effective drainage, the gradient is required. Then next purpose is to construct side drain economically. To construct the side drains of road economically, the gradient is required for roads. Hope you all get this purpose of providing the gradient. Then next point is factor affecting gradients. Now see which factor is affecting the gradient of road. There is a 8 factors which can be affect the gradient of road. First factor is nature of ground. Then second is nature of traffic. Third is drainage required. Fourth is the type of road surface. Fifth is the road height to be covered. Sixth, the road and railway interaction. Then bridge approaches and safety required. These are the factors which can be affect the gradient of road. First is nature of road or the nature of ground. That is when we are going to construct the road, what is the nature of that ground? It is a plain area or it can be hilly or mountainous area. This can be affect the gradients of road. Then second is nature of traffic. Which type of traffic is on the road? This also affects the gradients of road. Then drainage required. The drainage which can be provided to the roads or how many capacity of that drainage, it also affect the gradients. Then next is type of road surface or the pavement provided on the road surface is also the affect the gradient of roads. Then next is the total height to be covered. The height which can be covered into the road is also affect the gradient of road. Then the interaction of railways and road is also affect the gradient. Next is bridge approaches. That is the when bridges are provided on the or the roads are provided on the bridge is also the affect gradient of roads, and safety required for the road is also affect road gradient. Now see the types of gradients. There are the 6 types of gradients. In that first is ruling gradient, second is limiting gradient, third is exceptional gradient, fourth is average gradients, fifth is floating gradient, and sixth is minimum gradient. Remember these 6 type of gradient. First ruling, second limiting, third exceptional, fourth average, fifth the floating, and sixth the minimum gradient. Now we can discuss one by one all types of gradients. First type is ruling gradient. Now see the definition of ruling gradient. The gradient usually adopted while making the alignment of road is called as a ruling gradient. The gradient which can provide it while making the road alignment, this gradient is called as a ruling gradient. Remember this definition of ruling gradient. What is the ruling gradient? The gradient which provided at the time of making alignment of road is called as a ruling gradient. Then second is a limiting gradient. The gradient which can be steeper than the ruling gradient is called as a limiting gradient. The gradient which is a steeper or which can have the steps more than the ruling gradient, this is called as a limiting gradient. The limiting gradient is also known as a maximum gradient. That is, the limiting gradient is also known as a maximum gradient because the height of the limiting gradient is maximum. Hence, it is also called as a maximum gradient. Then, third is exceptional gradient. The third type of gradient is exceptional gradient. Now see the definition of exceptional gradient. The gradient steeper than the limiting gradient is known as a exceptional gradient, and it is used in extraordinary situation for shorter lengths of the roads. That is, the gradient which has the steeper than the limiting gradient is called as a exceptional gradient, and it is provided to the shorter length roads. Then the average gradient, the total rise or fall between any two points along with the alignment of the road divided by the horizontal distance between them is called as a average gradient. The term average gradient is the total rise and fall between 2 points of road along its alignment, and the road is divided by the horizontal distance and horizontal distance between them is called as the average gradient. That is, now see, for better understanding the what is the average gradient, see the example. Now consider the 1 meter distance of road. In this 1 meter, the total rise or falls or the up and downs of the roads with its alignment or with the straight line, and this rise and falls is divided with the horizontal distance of road. Then this gradient is known as the average gradient. What is the definition of average gradient? The total rise or fall between any 2 points along with the alignment of road divided by the horizontal distance between them is called as the average gradient. Now, after average gradient, next is a floating gradient. The gradient on which a motor vehicle moving with a constant speed continues to descend with the same speed without any application of power or brakes is called as a floating gradient. Now see, what is a floating gradient? When we are traveling on the road, while we are traveling on the road, we can travel smoothly without changing the speed of the vehicle. When this condition is occur, that is, we can travel without changing the speed of vehicle, then this road have the floating gradient. The gradient on which a motor vehicle moving with a constant speed continues to descend with the same speed without any application or powers or without brakes is called as a floating gradient. Then next is the minimum gradient. Now see the definition of minimum gradient. Now see, what is the minimum gradient? The minimum desirable slope essential for the effective drainage of rainwater from the road surface is called as a minimum gradient. What is the definition of minimum gradient? The sixth type of gradient is minimum gradient. The minimum desirable slope essential for the effective drainage of rainwater from the road surface is called a minimum gradient. That is the gradient which can be provided to drain out the water from the surface of road. This gradient is known as a minimum gradient. Hope you all get these types of gradients. Now see the IRC recommendation for gradients. For all gradients, what is the IRC recommendations? Now the gradients is depend upon the nature of the area. The area is plain or rolling area. Then for mountainous area and for steep area, what is the standard specification of gradient is? There is a for ruling, limiting and exceptional gradient, we have these IRC recommendations. For plain or rolling area, the ruling gradient is in 1 in 30. That is slope 1 in 30 or 3.3%. In percentage, the gradient is 3.3%. Then for mountainous area, the ruling gradient is 1 in 20. That is 1 has to 20. That is in percentage 5%. For the mountainous area, we can provide the 5% ruling gradient. Then for steep area, it is 1 in 16 or 1 has to 16 or in percentage 6%. Then now see the value of limiting gradient. For plain or rolling area, the limiting gradient is 1 in 20 or 5%. Then for mountainous area, the limiting gradient is 1 in 16.7 or 6%. Then for steep area, the limiting gradient is 1 has to 14.3 or in percentage it is a 7%. Now for the exceptional gradient for plain or rolling area, it is a 1 in 15, that is a 6.7%. Then for mountainous area, it is a 1 has to 14.3, that is a 7%. And for steep area, it is a 1 in 12.5, that is 8%. Hope you all get this IRC recommendations for gradient. Hope you all get this, the types of gradients or the what is mean by gradient. Now see, in previous lecture we had discussed the chambers, types of chambers and purpose of providing the chambers. Then in this lecture we had discussed the gradient, then purpose of providing gradient and the types of gradients. We just revise this gradient. Hope you all get this problem of this problem of design speed or calculate the shape, design or driving speed. Then after that we had seen the gradient. What is the definition of gradient? Remember this definition of gradient: the rate of rise or fall along the length of the road with respect to the horizontal is known as a gradient. Then next is object or purpose of providing gradient. These are the object or purpose of providing gradient. Remember these four objects of providing gradient. Then after that we had seen the factors affecting gradient. There are 8 factors which can be affects the gradient of road. Then after these, next is types of gradient. There are 6 types of gradients. First is a ruling gradient. The gradient usually adopted while making the alignment of the road is called as a ruling gradient. Then limiting gradient. The gradient steeper than the ruling gradient is called as a limiting gradient. The limiting gradient is also known as a maximum gradient. First is a ruling gradient. Then the gradient which can be steeper than ruling gradient is limiting gradient. After that, next is exceptional gradient. The gradient which can be steeper than limiting gradient is exceptional gradient, or it is provided in the or on the shorter length of road. Then next is the average gradient. The gradient of total rise or fall between any 2 points along with its alignment of the road divided by the horizontal distance between them is called as the average gradient. Then next gradient is floating gradient. The gradient which can be allows the vehicles to travel with the continuous speed, this called as a floating gradient. Then next is a minimum gradient. The minimum gradient is the gradient which can be gives the effective drainage of rainwater for any road or for the surface of road is called as a minimum gradient. Then after these 6 types of gradient, we had discussed the IRC recommendations for gradients. These are the values of IRC recommendations for gradients. Hope you all get this point. Then in next lecture, we are going to discuss next parameter of geometric design of road. Thank you.